Charles Hall said the tall whites are living underground, mostly in the northern part of Pintwater Range. They have access to the outside via tunnels. Here is an example of perhaps 3 or 4 tunnel entrances. Notice the white track that goes around this feature, and the tracks run all the way down to the Indian Springs dry lake bed. On the extreme left we see another possible tunnel entrance with a collection of weird objects surrounding it. Once again we see evidence of well-used tracks. You may notice below the tracks are oval objects, and they may well be tall white scout craft. On the right we have evidence of a manufactured north-facing cliff with sharp edges. So now we are taking a brief flight over that artificial cliff. The straight lines suggest this area was deliberately cut out. The purpose of making such a square cut in the mountain is unclear. The black abyss might be nothing more than just shadow. However, it could be the entrance to a different kind of tunnel, one that is used to fly into. Notice here how the track is forming a rectangular shape, proving it is artificial. The weird cone-shaped bottom centre is difficult to fathom, as are the massive objects in the top left. Charles Hall said there were entrances for scout craft to fly into, and centre right we have another candidate for such a tunnel. So we are doing a brief flight over the previous scene. As we fly in towards this north face, we are confronted by a lattice of green and purple. We will not know what this landscape really looks like because of the flattening effect of three-dimensional views with Google Earth. It still doesn't look normal though, especially when we get close to very strange structures hanging around the top edge of the cliff. We now head down towards the cone feature, and at its peak is a possible scout craft. From different angles, the cone-shaped feature looks like a standalone building, but from this angle it looks flat to the wall. Here are a collection of short clips of potential tall white tunnels in the northern Pintwater Range. In all cases, artificial tracks run adjacent to these features. It is beyond doubt that someone is using the tracks to gain access to the inside of the mountain. Charles Hall said the tall whites live underground on their home world. He said that new arrivals to Earth were quite shocked that we live out in the open exposed to storms and cold weather. Tall whites are physically frail, and this may be because they have evolved in a benign environment, cocooned underground in a very warm and stable condition. It probably explains why they have no pigmentation in their skin. It would be unnatural for them to be exposed to strong, direct sunlight. Living underground might explain why their eyes are larger than ours, as they have evolved in a darker environment. Perhaps they are more nocturnal than we are. Giles Hall said they tend to come out on the ranges during the night, but only during the summer months. This is one of the main tracks that runs up the western slopes of the Pintwater Range and leads to the Pintwater Plateau. Here is an image of the plateau looking towards the north. You can see the tracks are extensive and form a large network that cover the entire northern half of the Pintwater Range. This is the same track but 10 miles further north and runs towards a ridge that faces southeast near the Pintwater highest point. Giles Hall said the main hangar door for the deep spacecraft was facing southeast in this area,